Yes, hey everybody, 49. And yes, day 276. I have on my snuggum little thing. I love this thing. Every time I feel like I don't know, like I feel like I'm gonna talk about something uncomfortable or something is gonna happen or whatever. I always put this thing on. Like I love it. This is my favorite thing. I'm one of those people when I have like a favorite item, it takes like everything for me to get rid of it. So I'm gonna have this for a while and I love it and I don't care. And that's just what that is. So boom, right? So, as y'all know, like I just got off my women's meeting, right? And getting off the women's meeting, the topic was about faith, right? Check it out. So we're talking about faith. So I want to pull up what the definition is for faith before we even get started. Let me move this over here. So is it still live? Okay, cool. So the definition of faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something, right? Let me move this back over here. So what I realize is this is that in this healing journey, right? In this recovery journey, I have not had true faith. And what I mean by that is this. Check this out, right? Like I can talk about it and I'll have moments of faith, but faith is not a moment. I feel like happiness is a moment. You can be happy in the moment, right? But you want to have true joy and love and consideration in your heart. You know what I'm saying? So when people say they're happy, like happiness is not everlasting. That's a feeling and feelings fluctuate, but we're not going to get into that, right? I'm going to stick to faith. That's having complete trust in something and someone. And I feel like on this journey, um, these past few weeks, I have lost faith in myself, right? And what I mean by that is lost faith in myself of not knowing who I am. You know what I mean? And not being like, okay, accepting things that are unacceptable and willingly getting dragged. Like a lot of us will say, oh, this person dragging me, they dragging me. And it could be for whatever reason because disrespect, love, stuff that's not love, like all of that stuff looks different to everybody. Like something that I consider disrespectful, somebody else may not consider disrespectful. And that's a whole thing. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of us feel that way, right? Like you could do something, I'm like, shit, I ain't disrespectful. And I could do something like, no, like that shit was disrespectful. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody is different. And what I had to realize is that I have to have more faith in myself. And I can sit here and admit that I've lost faith. I have lost faith in myself, in my journey, and a lot of other things. And it takes a lot to admit something like that. To say I've lost, because for me, I'll say this. I feel like this, and this is the truth here. You understand me? When I first started this journey, my faith in God was so much deeper, right? And as I started to move along and approach these days, right, especially as of late, it's like my faith in God was not there. I noticed that I wasn't praying more. You know, I wasn't not only not just going to church, but listening to the word, because for me that does something, because church lives within, God lives within you. It's up in you. You ain't got to go to a place to get it. Either you got it or you don't. That's just what that is for me, right? And I had to be honest with myself. And as I'm listening on this meeting, and the reason why I like going to these meetings is because it gives me so much clarity. It gives me so much clarity. I mean, clarity to another extent, and I don't feel judged. Like I can tell them something, they be like, "Huh, "Girl, me too." It's like, "Not you too." So and I love it. And it's just, I had to learn how to stop accepting things that are unacceptable to me. And it may not make sense to the next person. It may not make sense to you. You listening to me right now, it may not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. If it makes sense to you and certain things are unacceptable, you don't have to accept that. You don't. And that's what I'm learning wholeheartedly, and being I don't want to be brutal with myself. I don't like that phrase, brutal honesty. Honesty doesn't have to be brutal. It just has to be real. It has to be real life honesty. It doesn't have to be, oh my God, it's so brutal. It doesn't have to be brutal. It has to be like real life honesty. And what I realized is that I wasn't being honest with myself, which is poisonous. And a lot of us are willing participants in that, not being willingly getting dragged. You're willingly, and then we want to blame other people. How could you do this? Or want to blame God. God, why? God, why didn't you sign up for this? You don't have to accept things. You do not have to accept things that are unacceptable. And a lot of us do it in little areas of our life. And what I'm learning is that I was told little by little one gets far, right? So you can start with baby things. Okay, I don't want to go here. I don't want to do this. I don't want to wear that. I don't want to do whatever's unacceptable. You don't have to accept it. And that is, people think that that's something easy for some of y'all. Great. If that's easy for y'all, well, teach us how to do it. Teach me. Chime in. Say something. You understand? Because that is difficult. This is the first, I did something, right? That I was scared to do because I felt like if I do this, this will be me actually putting myself first, right? This would be me actually focusing in on Alexis. And I'm gonna keep it a G with y'all. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all, right? I have never been single, ever. I've never been single, and that is a red flag. That is a problem. Red flag. I got red flags too. Foreheadandi, recovery and healing journey, day 276, all red flags waving all over the fucking place. I'm collecting my own red flags at this point. You understand what I'm saying? That is a red flag because I can say, like, I'll take moments for me just to be with me and then just to resonate with God or to resonate with myself, to journey, to do whatever. But I'm never like single. There's always a west wing, a north wing, a south wing. This one over here, I'm talking to that one over there. Like it's there's always somebody around, and that's not okay for real healing and recovery. Sometimes, if you don't believe in God or you don't have a higher power, sometimes the universe itself, right, will put you in a position and put you in a lane and on a journey you can only take alone. You can't take a soul with you there. That is for me, myself, and I. That's all I got in the end. That's when I hang down. Yeah, that's you. That's when I hang down. Yeah, that's you. Find it out. And I had to realize that. And it's no slight to another person or to anything like that. It has nothing to do with them. And I can understand how a person could take that personal, but it ain't personal. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes in life, it's going to be a point in your life, and all of you, anytime you going through life, right? There's going to be a time in your life where you're going to have to do things alone. There's going to be a time in your life when you have your enlightenment period, can't nobody go with you. It could be the right person, wrong time. It could be the wrong person, right time. At the time, it could just be off. And I would say this is what something that I've learned and begin to understand is that time is the most precious currency that we have. That's something you could never get back. You could never get back. And as much as a lot of us want to change our mindset, well, it wasn't a loss, it was a lesson. Yeah, but it was a lesson that took time, did it not? The lesson took time. I'm beginning to have faith in real time. You know what I'm saying? Which is not the easiest thing to do. Like that's not easy to have faith in real time because you don't know. Like you can feel like things are gonna go okay. And for me, that's what I do. I run off that. I run off that feeling like, okay, it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be all right. You got this. You're gonna do it. Because my bounce back is serious. My resiliency, I am A1 top notch, A1 known for the bounce back. Like, oh no, we're gonna get it. We're not gonna run it back, we're gonna get it back. And it's gonna be better than ever. That's who I am. You understand what I'm saying? I'm glad that I was born with that. But some people have to pray for things that you were already born with. Some people have to go through hell and high water to get something you were born with that's innate, that's already in you. A lot of us, and I'm gonna just speak for myself. I'm not gonna say a lot of us. I'll say this, and if you can resonate, you gotta stop accepting things that are unacceptable. Because when you do that, you put yourself in a position to get dragged. You put yourself in a position to lose. You put yourself at the shit end of the stick. You do that. And a lot of us, it's hard to take that accountability. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a lack of faith. We don't believe in ourselves anymore. I remember there was a time that my belief in myself was so strong. Let me tell you something. And I'll say this about that women's group, right? I was honest with them. I'm like, yo, I'm in a space right now where I need y'all to love on me. I need y'all to love on me. I'm in a space right now where I had to make a decision that I know was best for me. That shit hurt. No cap. It hurt. It hurt. It still hurt. It's going to hurt for a while. What I know is this, is that anytime you make decisions that are best for you, they're gonna hurt you the most. And you got to get through that. And however that looks. And I know that that's gonna be difficult. I got my backpack on. I'm ready. My invisible spiritual backpack on. Cause I'm ready, you know. But I know that it's gonna hurt. And I was honest with them. I'm like, listen, man, I lost my faith in certain things, especially myself. I feel like God wants me to go on a particular journey by myself. You understand? And what I realized is that I've been avoiding it. I've been pushing this back because I've been accepting things that were unacceptable. That may not be unacceptable to other people, but and other people is whatever, whoever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's unacceptable to me. I found myself, acting out and doing things that were just like, nah, you passed this stage in your life. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be doing that. If you don't like something, head out. If you don't like something, don't do it. If you don't like something, don't be a part of it. A lot of us feel inclined and obligated to do things that we do not have to do. Have faith. Having faith is having complete trust in something. And there was a time that I had complete trust in my higher power, and I can admit now I lost it. And why I lost it, who knows? Who knows? I can't even tell you like exactly what happened along the way. And I just noticed little things like I wasn't praying as much. I wasn't I listened to FCBC all the time. Wasn't listening to that as much. Wasn't like, journaling as much. I wasn't doing a lot of things as much as I was used to doing. And that's what I noticed. Like, damn, this ain't cool. Ain't nothing cool about it. Ain't you got to have faith. Even if, right? Even if, right? Say you don't believe in God or having faith in yourself and not coming from your ego, coming from a different place. Like a lot of us operate out of our place of our ego. I operate out of a place of my ego a lot. I'm not gonna hold you. That's not okay. You understand? And I'm learning that if I want to be in a place of true peace, and I'm not talking about fake peace, because it's a lot of fake. I'm so peaceful. Girl, you addicted to the chaos. There's so many people that's addicted to the drama, addicted to the chaos, and they get bored, so they start shit. That used to be me. I was that person. I can admit that. You understand what I'm saying? Being addicted to the drama of a relationship, loving the drama, getting with people, knowing that they got the drama, like, oh, this shit finna be good. It's about to be festive. Like, not festive. That's not okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. And I'm relearning how to have faith in myself. I sit here and I reflect on, different relationships in my life and how can I say, I was the most independent, codependent person you knew. I'm going to repeat that. I was the most independent, codependent person you knew. You know what I mean? And a part of me thinks back now, like, why did you even put yourself in these situations? What was that about? Now, I don't beat myself over it, but I feel like that is definitely a reflective point for me to look like, what was that even about? Why did you do those things? You know what I'm saying? And are you still there now? I feel like my red flag and me not having faith in myself is always feeling like somebody got to be around. But then there are times when I don't want them around. So I would go, certain time periods with just, not answering the phone, not wanting to interact. Like, I'm my mother's only child. I'm used to moving alone. You can't tell on yourself if you're alone. I'm moving alone was a thing. You know what I mean? And now I just realized that I can't do this by myself. I can't do this by myself, and I don't want to do this by myself. I don't want, and I understand that there are going to be periods in my life where I'm going to have to go on journeys alone, and this is one of them periods, and I get that. What I mean is just that having other people around me that have faith that everything's gonna, if things are gonna work out. You understand? Whatever that looks like. If you get what I'm saying, like going to this women's group. I told them like this was the move that I made was the first time that I really, really put myself first. And it felt awkward. It felt scary. It felt like, oh my God, I fucked up. I shouldn't have did that. And then a little piece of me was like, you know that was the right thing. But that voice was so small because I'm used to hearing a whole bunch of other stuff. No, that was dumb. Why'd you do that? Whatever, for whatever reason. But that little voice was just like, nah, did that. It's gonna be all right. You gotta have faith. You gotta really have faith and really put in the work. And this is the first time that I feel like I'm starting to put in the work. Because me, I'm more of a like other people asleep. I don't get any sleep. If anybody knows, I rarely sleep, which is I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I rarely sleep. So being that I'm up, it's like, all right, I'm always thinking mine is just an overdrive, and I have to actually calm myself down. I have so many anxiety attacks through the night because I'm just overthinking, about to give myself a goddamn heart attack thinking so much. So I said, okay, let's just calm down. Let's just relax. Let me calm down. And when I think about stuff, it's just like, damn, like I haven't congratulated or celebrated me in a long time. And I ain't talking about like going out and hanging out. I ain't even talking about that. Like just really chilling and reflecting, like you came a long way, bro. I remember I remember a time when I just wasn't aware of myself. I didn't care. I was out of control. And I accepted so much bullshit, so much shit, so many things that I knew that was, how can I say, that I knew that was unacceptable, and I just accepted, knew I was in a place with myself where I had to work on my insecurities, where I had to really, really be active in my therapy. I mean, active, not just, okay, I'm here, we're gonna talk about some stuff. No, like, yeah, no, where's my pen and paper? We need to talk about some stuff because it's something going on here. And a lot of us are not able to do that. When I tell you healing from some stuff is a lot, and I realize that the people I feel, and I'm be honest with y'all here, the people I feel have disrespected me and the people I feel have done me wrong, I'm only in a place now to forgive myself for allowing that. I'm not in a place to forgive them, and I'm not gonna hold y'all with that. A lot of people are telling me I'm forgiving, I'm not there. I'm not gonna lie about the journey I'm in. And the worst thing is being around people that have done you wrong and you still love them. Being around people who have done you wrong, who have disrespected, who have violated. And violation and disrespect and all that looks different to everybody. That's the thing. It looks different to everybody. It looks different to everybody. People say, but I don't feel like that's disrespectful. Man, are you dumb? That's, ooh, Lord. See how strong that was? Almost gave myself a heart attack. Okay? Are you dumb? That's you. I'm not gonna sit, because what you feel like is disrespect and what I feel like is disrespect is totally different aspects and perspectives of disrespect. However, we were all born with discernment. Let's not do that, because if I was to do the same thing to you, you're gonna sit here and say you don't care. And that goes for anybody. That's not okay. And I had to realize that a lot of us, and I'm talking about, I don't care if it's the littlest thing. That I'm talking, let me tell you how what I'm talking about. If I know I'm gonna say this. Right? I'm gonna say this. This is something that I don't know who can relate to, but this is me. You can call it petty. You can call it what you want. Stop accepting things that are unacceptable for you. And if you genuinely cannot accept it, that's okay. Listen, I can't accept this. I can't get jiggy with this. And if you continue to do this, I have to go. It's nothing wrong with that. And that's not a slight to the other person. This is just something I can't get jiggy with. There's nothing you could talk me into. It's nothing that's, like I told y'all, I'm never going to like turkey wings. There'll never be a time where you will see me eat turkey wings unless my sister makes it, but you will never see a time that I will eat turkey wings. Like, come on. Like, are we doing this? You can broil it, fried, fricassee it, deep fried, whatever you got to do. Put some butter, garlic. You can do whatever you want. I never will eat turkey wings a day in my life. That's a fucking thing. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to stop accepting it. And I say that to y'all because I had to say that to myself. I'm always putting myself last. And that's not okay. And that's a history of doing that. Let me tell you something. I'll share something with y'all. Right? Growing up in my household, I played the referee. I had to be a referee, and I'll just leave it at that. Right. And it put me in a position that I learned how to play a neutral person. You know what I'm saying? But I still was a neutral person with bias. I just was. It was what it was. You know what I mean? And playing that role and always having to insert myself and stuff was not okay. And I've grown up doing that. I've always been. I like listen, man. Listen, this is trying to get both parties to everybody calm down. That is too much. Being put in certain situations to be that neutral person, having to take care of individuals when no one has came out of my vagina. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. You understand what I'm saying? And I've grown so that role has been so integrated in my life that it has manifested itself in all ways, and it carries itself from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, knowing that I have enough love. I love love, and people love me because they know I love love. Yeah, I got an attitude problem and it's a bag of cats sometimes, but I'm a very loving person, and you can feel it. You know it. You feel the vibes. I wouldn't be able to be a great counselor. I'm great at what I do. It's because I genuinely have true care and concern. You understand? But I'm getting to a point in my life where love is not enough from other people because I give more than love. You understand what I'm saying? I give more than love. And if you find yourself being that person that you give more than love, there's nothing wrong to back up. Don't stop being you. Let me tell you something. These past few days, I was so mad at God. I was so mad at God. I cried on Sunday. When I tell you, I mean, big balls of tears. I ate a whole bowl of oxtails. It was all bad. It was terrible. So, and doing that, and I'm crying and all that other crap. I just realized, like, yo, man, I have to put myself first. And because when you start doing things, because we're creatures of habit, like we're humans, we're creatures of habit. We go with something that's comfortable at because it's more comfortable there. It's so uncomfortable to put myself first, and that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy, but that's real shit. If you always have been that person, that loving person, that thing, and I got so mad at God, like, why you made me like this? Why I gotta give a shit? Other people don't give a shit. Now you gotta wait, mama. Other people don't give a shit. So why should I have to give a shit? Like, why is that a thing? Like, why I gotta do that? And I got so mad at God on Sunday. When I tell you I was so mad, I'm like, God, why is it like this? Why do I feel like this? I feel like I'm going through the same cycle over and over and over again. And then it's so crazy is that I'll say this about moms, right? For anybody that still has their mom around, or if you are a mother, please let your children tune into this part of the segment right here, right? Your mama is always right. She may not be right in that goddamn moment. When your mama tell you something, she when I let me tell you something. I tell you something about mine. Regina's obsessed. Something is wrong with the child. Okay. Anybody who knows my mama, who's orders, you be like, yes, she is. You can ask any of my family members. When we was growing up, she'd be like, Alexis, Deborah, Cheryl, da, da, da. Alexis, Ebony, Joy, Alexis, Jonathan, Alexis, Daphne. Like, why you calling everybody Alexis, sis? You're obsessed, bro. You're obsessed. That shit is wild to me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. I will say this is that, you know, in any situation I've ever been in, my mother would say the same thing. My mother would be like, Alexis, da 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 da. And I'd be like, nah, ma. And then months later, the same shit she said was gonna happen happens right. Just blah 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 blah. It's like, what the fuck? Not Cleo the Psychic Network. Like, I need to be paying you. I ain't paying her nothing, but I need to be paying you. Honestly, when I tell you for this past for the past year, my mother, and I ain't gonna lie, two other people in my life, but I'm gonna focus on my mom specifically. My mom's would be like, Alexis, you forcing this. It feels forced. It feels forced. You forcing this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let stuff happen naturally. You know what I'm saying? You are worth it. And I got so mad. This was on Sunday. I got so mad. I got so mad at God because it's like, why you make me care? Like, Why you make me so forgiving? Why am I like that? And it's just not with 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 recent situations. This is with situations in general. And I'm just like, why am I so understanding? And I've come to the conclusion of why. When you go through some shit, excuse my language, when you go through some stuff in your life and you've seen a lot, you become that understanding person. You like, all right, I didn't see this and I didn't went through this. So I'm like, I'm that understanding person. But to be understanding to your own detriment, that's me. That's me. That is exact. That's me to my own detriment. And it's just like, when do I feel like I want that person that is just as understanding as me, not to the own detriment part, but understanding like me. You understand what I'm saying? I do. I'm not gonna hold you on that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I yearn for. When I and what I realize is that everybody ain't gonna be like me. And I gotta have faith that I don't have to force anything. If I don't leave y'all here with nothing tonight, because I gotta get ready to go to work. Oh my God. Save me, Jesus. Um, is that you don't have to force things. You don't have to force things. My whole life, I've been forcing love, and I realize there's certain things that happened in my childhood that I haven't been able to address, and I don't use that as an excuse for my behavior. You understand what I'm saying? But I realize that, listen, I gotta talk about that deep in therapy. Like, we've gotten to that point, and I told her. And I'm like, listen, I told her, I said, listen, I apologize for not really for being here, not really being here. And I really want to talk about some stuff. Like, I really want to be able to talk about some things, because I feel like, and you know what's so crazy to me? I meant to mention this too. So I was talking to a person. I'm not say who the person is. I'm talking to a person, right? And I'm telling them basically the same thing that I'm telling y'all right now. And they're like, oh well, I don't remember that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't let people negate how something made you feel. People will do that all the time. Well, I don't remember you feeling like that, and I don't remember you didn't live in it. What house did you live in? I damn sure don't remember you being there. I'm confused because I don't remember you being there. And even though your feelings are not facts, it's a fact that you are feeling. It is a fact that that is happening, and those things happen. And for me, those are facts. It wasn't no feelings. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm a little confused of how you finna tell me, oh, well, well, I don't know how you could have felt like that. Really? You don't know how I could have felt like that? And that's between you and your Jesus H. Christ. I'm okay with that. You don't have to feel the feeling. It's not for you to do that. I know there are a lot of y'all out there that can relate to being mad, maybe at yourself, being mad at God, which is kind of the same thing because God lives within inside you, but we're not going to talk about that right now. About how who you are and how you respond to things and how you really love and care about people. That shit could be so hurtful at times. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was just mad and just I felt everything just came crashing in at once. It wasn't like, okay, I'm dealing with said situation and said situation is the problem. Nah, everything. I mean, from 14 years a slave on, it was just like, yeah, this ain't it. And it's so crazy. Like, I would be in certain spaces with myself and everything would go all right. And then it's like, here comes somebody from the West Wing, the North Wing, you don't have to accept those people. That is stop accepting things that are unacceptable to you. Stop doing that. You don't have to do that. Have faith it's going to be okay. A lot of people sit up on here, even myself sometimes, and be like, oh, I don't want to start over. I don't want to do this. And that doesn't have to be in a relationship. That's with a job. That's with your career. Anything. That's with anything in life. You're not starting from scratch. Remember that episode of Martin? Got to go from scratch. Over here. That's not you. You're not over here. That's not you. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. And that's what something I had to learn. That I'm starting from experience. And that is a hard place to start because it's like I said, sometimes you got to take journeys alone. You got to do the work alone. You got to sit there and cry. You got to sit there and bug out. You got to sit there and journal. You got to sit there and plan. You got to do all of those things. And that is difficult. And you can say, hey, that's difficult. It is, but it can be done though. Don't let these people get you jammed up. Have faith. You do not have to believe in God to have faith. Have faith that it's going to work out because you know you. It's one thing to have faith in yourself, And it's another thing to like really like trust you. Trust you. And I say that to y'all because I'm saying that to myself, that I got to trust myself. I'm the most independent, codependent person I know. And a lot of us are in that space, like I'm independent, all the women, and then next thing, I want to live in your skin. That's me. You understand? I can understand because there's a lot of y'all out there. You don't have to admit it. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth because it feels good to have that person around you, and it feels it feels good, and all of those feelings are good. A lot of us come from a space where we accept the unacceptable, and we're willing participants in getting dragged, and then to other people, it's like, I never dragged you, I never did that. And they may be right. It doesn't look like that to them. It doesn't look like that to them because you accepted it. If you don't accept certain things, people won't treat you certain ways, and you got to stand on it. I don't give a shit. I don't care what it is. If you don't accept it, you don't have to accept it. You got to have faith. Everything is going to be okay. You got to have trust in yourself. And like I said, I say that to y'all because I had to say that to myself. Sunday was one of the worst days of my life. I never cried so much. And I never came to so many realizations about myself, the situations I put myself in, the things that I allow, you know? And me, like I told y'all with my last live, I'm one to point. Admit, and we'll get mad if you don't admit your part, but you can't get mad at a person, right? That plays a certain role in their life that you put them in. You are the director. You are running the show. So you put said person, right? You put said person in that position, and they start acting a fool. They ain't even going by the lines. Where is your script? Where is your fucking script? Get the script. Get the fucking. And then you get mad because now they playing the role they want to play. You didn't put them in like, oh my God, guys, oh my goodness, yes, wings out. You happy? Happy? Happiness is for the moment. Do you feel joy in your heart? Like this thing called life is crazy. I never thought, and a lot of the times I beat myself up because I feel like shit like this shouldn't be happening. I feel like I shouldn't. I just shouldn't be in certain places. And I know should is followed by shame, right? And it makes me feel crazy, right? You know, and what I realize is that like everything is meant to happen for a reason, and my goal now is to go full force, excuse me, and having faith in myself. I feel like I lost that along the way. A lot of the times I feel like I have voluntarily put my heart and my feelings in other people's hands. And one, that's not their responsibility. Maybe it's an expectation because if you're with the person, you have certain expectations, yeah. But for me, that has become a habit that has always backfired on me. And I'm not finna do that anymore. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I never been in a space that I would thought I would be in now, like so enlightened and so self-aware. And it takes a lot to be here. Like people to sit here and tell you that healing is easy. No, when I tell you on Sunday was the most prolific time, the prolific moment in my healing process, in my recovery process, I lie to y'all not, it was. That was the first time that I recognized and say, okay, you definitely have abandonment issues that you need to work through. You can't keep sliding past that. You understand? That's why you got a controlling problem. That's why you have these issues. One, two, you're insecure about some stuff. Things have happened. I remember, I'm gonna give you one story. I remember this is so bad. I can laugh about it now. I mean, it was all bad, but I'm gonna tell you that. Boom. I always go to my favorite go to 14 years a slave. We're 14 years a slave, right? We were living on 8th Avenue. We from Harlem, y'all know where 8th is. We living on 8th. So I go up the stairs, go up there, whatever. And At the time, he got an earpiece. This is why I don't trust people with earpieces in when they talk to me. I can't stand that shit. Check it out. Let me. This is the trauma with the earpiece, right? He got an earpiece in, so I'm like, this is what 2008. No, they didn't have earbuds. He had the headphones. I want to say this was 2008. I want to take it back. I think this is 2008, right? So he's talking to me. Got the other chick on the phone. Now I'm like, who you got on the phone? He's like, oh, I'm just listening to music. So I'm like, all right, I'm not thinking anything of it. She had a whole conversation, a whole argument, all this other stuff. Here, everything, right? And the issue that I had with that was just like, now, because me and this girl had a fight. So this is pre-fight. So pre-fight, she's calling me, call my grandmother house, mind you, looking for me. Call my grandmother house. I answer the phone like, yo, what's going on? What's up? Like, who is this? Telling me everything she heard, all this other stuff. And it's like, even something like that, that's so minute. I'm a type of person that it's hard for me to let things go, especially when the same shit is happening. If you tell me one thing and the same shit keeps happening that shows me it's something else, then what you want me to do? And that's with anybody. That's with anybody. And little situations like that would happen. You understand what I mean? And it was just like, yo, I would do my best that when somebody rejected me, right? And rejection looks different for everybody. It wasn't like, bitch, get out my face, fuck you, I don't want to be with you now. It wasn't like that. It was in their actions. The rejection was within their actions and how they mishandled me. You feel what I'm saying? How I got mishandled. You feel what I'm saying? And me just saying, no, love me more. Let's normalize not doing that. Somebody reject you, they showing you they don't want you, they showing that they're going to be with other people, they want to be with other people. If the smallest or littlest thing happened, they willing to run back to this or run over here to do that. Let me tell you something. Let me hear me. Hear me. You don't have to be effy. I said this in my last live. You're going to love me. You not effy. You not effy. You not effy. Okay? You're not singing. You see what Jamie did? He up and left. He up and left. And Beyonce come, he said, no, it's my beehive. God damn. Jennifer Hudson was better. You singing your heart out on your knees, knowing you ain't got mega knees, knowing that you need some type of calcium deposits in your knees. You're going to love me. Not you're going to love me. And what happened? She got heavy. You don't have to do it. Stop accepting things that are unacceptable. And people think that I'm so petty about certain things, but I'm not being petty. For me, that matters because I know me. I know the type of love, the type of energy. I know all that I bring. I know that. It's easy. People fall in love with me easy because I'm that one. Yes, I am. And I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that. And that's not being cocky. That's just what that is. And if you know that you're that type of person too, you don't have to accept something that's bare minimum. Breadcrumbs. You know, and breadcrumbs look different to everybody. There's certain things in a relationship that I genuinely feel that should be acknowledged and you should not have to ask for. That's out of line. And a lot of us accept that bullshit. A lot of us accept it. If you're on a healing journey, you're on a recovery journey, you have to change the version of you that accepts the bullshit. Oh, we about to get surgical. You have to change the version of you that accepts the bullshit. I had to realize that. I'm sitting here pointing fingers. I'm the finger pointing queen. It was you. Admit. That's me. I'm the admit queen. You better say something to take accountability. But then how could you really get mad? Because you put that person in that role and you knew they wasn't ready for it. But you put them there anyway. Are you dumb? Yes, I'm dumb. Because if you don't laugh, you'll be sad. Oh my God. Not my job emailing me. They don't get enough. This job don't get enough. Alexis, he said she didn't get the payroll. She's with other people. Yes, she did. Let me send this email. Yeah, let's forward it. Are you dumb? Anyway, she's nice. You have to, I'm sorry about that. You have to change the version of you that accepts the BS. Because a lot of us would be like, oh, I'm not accepting this. I'm not accepting this. But then you find yourself still accepting it and you asking God, why? You asking yourself, why? Why can't I get over this? Why can't I go? Because you haven't changed the version of you that still thinks that the unacceptable is acceptable and willing to be dragged voluntarily, that is. A lot of us are willing to be dragged voluntarily. We volunteer for, you know what? I'm going to sign up for what? To get dragged. What? And that's emotionally, mentally, a lot of us sign up for that. And getting dragged looks different for everybody. So you can think like, oh, I didn't drag this person. I didn't do that. Yeah, you did. You did. You did. You fucked up. And that happens. It happens. But we're not going to talk about the other person. Let's remove them from the equation. It's all about you and how you feel about you. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to stop accepting the things that are unacceptable, you have to change the person that accepts the unacceptable. And that's what I had to realize about myself. Like, I can't sit here and blame this person and that person and point fingers and not take full wholehearted accountability. I got to have faith that the process that I'm working through and the process that I'm on with my recovery and my healing journey, that I'm going to change that person that feels like that's acceptable. You know, I want to get to a place where I get disgusted about things that I feel like are unacceptable that people are trying to offer. Like, what? You still doing this with that and that and this and that's going on? Are you dumb? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We not doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that. That's not okay. You hear me? That's not okay. People be accepting stuff. Let me tell you something. You are it. If nobody in the world believes you're it, you are that one. You are that it. You are the one. You are the chosen one. When you got that glow, you are the Bruce Leroy of the narrative. Okay? You are the Bruce Leroy of the narrative. You don't know who Bruce Leroy is? Rent the Last Dragon. It was done in the 90s or the 80s, but that shit is a good movie. And I like it's one of my faves. I used to watch that in my Aunt Deborah house. Those are good times. But yes, you don't have to sit there and be willingly dragged. But if you don't want to be willingly dragged anymore, I'm going to leave y'all with this. If you don't want to be willingly dragged anymore, right? You got to change the version of yourself that accepts that and understand the signs. Like, let me tell you something. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in God. He will not let you see or experience anything that is not supposed to impact your life in some type of way. Okay? Everything, and you don't have to believe in God to understand that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So if you find yourself in situations that you don't understand, and let me tell you something. I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. You see, let me tell you one of my prayers, and I'm gonna end with this. This is something that I pray to God every day. God, remove people out of my life that need to be removed. Protect me from people that are in my life that I need to be protected from. Allow people to stay in my life that I need in my life. And God, please give me the discernment to find out and know the difference between all of it. I pray that daily. And went for a person like me, and maybe some of y'all can relate. When you pray, you're not like, because God is not your cosmic bellhop that you just pray only when you got problems. I pray all the time. I pray while I'm walking. And I'm not just praying, oh, God, I hope nothing happens while I'm walking. Not just that, but just in general, like, thank you, God, for everything. Even when I write in my journal, it says, dear God, I am grateful. I start for what I'm grateful for. Because the things that you're grateful for, as he bless, he can take away. That's just with the universe, with anything. We ain't got to get into the whole God thing. Because I know a lot of y'all not, we don't have to start there, but that is really true. Everything in your life is for a reason. Okay, I'm not saying you to dig deep and get all the overthinking. I'm not saying that. But when you pray and you sit there, all right, come on now. When you pray, you sit there and you sitting there and you thinking and you see, I seen something and I asked God to show me if this is a thing, if this is real, God. And then when I see it, what I see ain't match what I heard. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to believe something I hear? Or if I'm supposed to believe something that I'm seeing and that I'm already feeling? God gives you intuition. Don't let anybody take it away from you. Don't let anybody take that away from you. You understand me? When you feel like some shit is true and you start seeing signs that it's true, it's true. And that's with anything in life. It don't got to be a relationship. It can be with a job. It can be with the dog, the cat, the neighbor, anything. Okay? And I'll say this, right? Stop being a willing participant in your own setbacks. A lot of us do that. We're willing participants in our own setbacks. When we drink, when we smoke, when we and I'm talking about addicts. I'm not talking about the people that just blow it down because they want to blow it down and occasionally drinks. If it's for you, it's for you. Only hit dogs holler. Hold your belly. Only hit dogs holler. So hold that belly. If it's for you, then it's for you. If it's not, then it's not. You understand? Sometimes our coping skills are worse than the things that we're coping from. And that's real shit. You understand what I'm saying? That is real shit. You do not have to accept the things that are unacceptable to you. You don't have to compromise on every little thing. You don't have to be understanding and over relate to your own detriment. How many of us do that? You over relate to your own detriment. Oh, I understand. You understand to your own detriment, though. You understand so much that it hurts you because you understand, but you don't understand it happening to you. Right? I can understand. I can understand a lot of things. Even the most sadistic shit. I can understand that. Like, I can understand that. Doesn't mean that that's something I want to go through and that I want to experience. Absolutely not. And you do not have to do that. Let your healing journey be a journey. I need y'all to feel me right now. Let your recovery and your healing journey be a journey of true understanding of yourself. Fuck everybody else. Fuck them folks. Fuck them folks. Okay? You are the main character. And as selfish as that might sound, sometimes you're going to have to be a little selfish. Because how the hell you finna love somebody else? How the hell you finna take care of somebody else and you can't do it for your damn self? And your actions show that you don't love yourself. Not wholeheartedly. It's a lie. That's ego-driven. A lot of us are ego-driven loving ourselves. Ego-driven. Now that's about to get smashed. The fuck? I'm going to leave y'all with this, right? This is your healing journey. This is your recovery journey. Shout out to the people that got some time up under their belt. Even if you got 12 hours, 11 hours, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 minute, 1 second, congratulations to you. Congratulations to all y'all that are going through this healing journey that is tough as hell. My God. Like, that was a lot. Ouch. You understand? For all y'all that can relate to this, I'm going to leave y'all with this, right? If you don't begin to have an agenda for yourself, other people will begin to have an agenda for you. Let me repeat that. If you do not have an agenda for yourself, you got to make an agenda for yourself, an itinerary of what's finna go down. Okay? And stick to that. Stick to that. Now, things are subject to change, but as long as you on the right road, because you don't want to be on wrong road. Wrong road. Okay. You don't want to hit you with the Porsche. Wrong road. It's not the wrong road. Stay the course. There are people that don't allow people to make an agenda for you that's not on your level, in your lane, and not in your league. Let me repeat that before I go. Day 276. I need you to hear me. Do not allow people, right? You are the director. You are the Michael Jackson of your story. Are you dumb? Can you feel it? Yeah, that's you. That's you. That's you. Can you feel it? That's you. That's you. You're the Michael Jackson of your story. And I say that to y'all with all the passion in my heart because I got to say that to me every day to show up to do whatever. I'm the Michael Jackson of my story. I didn't pass the microphone a few times like, no, you sing, Jermaine. Not Jermaine singing. I can't have Jermaine singing. I need platinum albums, baby. You hear me? I say this, right? Oh Lord, it's 8:50. I gotta go to work. Okay, so this. Stop. Don't allow other people to make an agenda for you. You got to start making your own agenda. Stop passing the ball to other people when you got this. Only practice make a real jam master. You have to practice putting yourself first. You got to practice this healing journey and digging deep and making yourself feel uncomfortable. This is the most uncomfortable shit I've ever had to deal with in my life. I wake up uncomfortable. Like, oh my God. Here we go. Now I got to journal and tell my journal how I feel. You understand what I'm saying? I got to do certain things that just make me feel better and feel better in a way that's long lasting feeling better, not like short term feeling better. Stop allowing people to control your agenda. Because if you don't have an agenda for yourself, people will make an agenda for you. And you don't have to live like that anymore. All right? You do not have to live like that anymore. And I'm saying this with the wholeheartedness. You do not have to live like that anymore. And stop accepting things that are unacceptable and being a willing participant in getting the fuck dragged. Okay? You not don't blame them because they dragging you. You allow them, you put them in said situation for them to drag you. You know better. That's the thing. All of us know the right decision to make, right? The most positive decision to make for our lives. But the thing is that the best decisions you're gonna make for yourself are gonna hurt the most. It's unfortunate, but it's true. The best decisions you're gonna make for yourself in this lifetime is gonna hurt you the most because it's the most uncomfortable. It puts you in a situation that is so uncomfortable. But I will tell you this: with uncomfortability comes growth. And I will share this with y'all. This past weekend was a growing experience for me to realize what I want, what I want, what I don't want, things that have not gone addressed that I need to address with myself, and really just challenging myself to be the person I really want to be so I'm able to be more loving and more caring and coming from a place and not operating out of a place of fear, but operating out of a place of true love. Like you love someone so much that you fear losing them. And you shouldn't have to love from a place of fear that you feel losing someone. You should love in a place enough that you love yourself, whether you lose them or not, you're gonna be good. All right. Forehead and I. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it.